Vlogs mean you're basically showing your life on the internet. And I don't really have a problem with that, except that my life is kind of boring. So I'm like, what am I gonna show? Me sitting at the computer all day? Like, that's not really very interesting. Why are you ignoring me? I'm sitting like 4 feet away from you and I'm asking you in a chill tone a pretty legitimate question.
Are you decided you're not speaking to her anymore?
No, yeah, no, wow.
Why aren't you speaking to me?
You want to do this for me? Or do we stop, come back?
I don't understand what's going on.
I don't.
He doesn't want to talk to me, so he's trying to pass off his responsibility.
For 5 minutes?
Natasha?
Yeah, you can cook for 5 minutes. I'm not stopping you from cooking.
Camera?
Natasha? That's enough. Please. Stop. Please stop. Stop. Natasha, stop.
Oh, well, because I'm used to him having affairs. I told you, there have been many, many, many women.
I know that.
Okay, and I know he make you believe that you are special, but you are just another one of his many women. Oh yeah? What is a
I'm getting this on film and I'm going to show so you might want to tell the truth.
You might some names, but this is from the past.
You're going to want to you're going to want to It's still on film, Bruce, so I'm going to show exactly what you said because I'm getting all the audio. You should tell the truth. I'm showing, by the way, the audio of you telling Mom and Linda that you live separate lives and all this bullshit. See what he says after yesterday, after you told him all this the opposite. You want to work on it, you don't want to get a divorce, you're going to break up with Linda. 5 seconds later, you betrayed him. In mid-2017, I moved back home for what was supposed to be a few months. What followed was 3 years of chaos, drama, and the realization of who my parents really are. My father moved out a few months after this scene in early 2019 to make his mistress happy. I thought I was still here to help my mother. She told me things like, "If you weren't here, I don't know what I would do." But shortly after, she told me to leave because she wanted my father to move back in and be comfortable. I eventually realized she didn't want to be helped. It took me this long to realize she was also a narcissist and thrives in the chaos.
I just asked you, your mother want to divorce with your father or no?
But are you in a relationship with my father?
No. I just asked you this question.
I know you're asking me this question, but I'm asking you this question because you're asking me if 2 married people are getting a divorce, and I'm asking you if you are in a relationship with my father.
No.
You're not?
I asked you the question. If you don't want to answer me, so
I do want to answer you, but I need to understand where you're coming from. Because I thought that you guys have been broken up for about a year, but now you're asking me this question tells me that he's trying to get back with you.
No, I just curious. If you don't want to answer, it's okay.
To show you this real quick. If you're new to gardening, you might not know this. I learned this season. So these were all planted at the exact same time, germinated at the exact same time, The only difference is that clearly one of them has more dirt. So I put these seedlings into this big bucket with dirt and compost, and so yeah, there's a huge difference. And same thing goes for basically everything. So these tomatoes, again, same time. The same thing goes for humans. If we're not given the resources we need, if we're suppressed or suffocated, we may never grow to our full potential. I am on the bus for the first time in like God knows how long. Before I moved here, I used to live in the city, so I would just take the metro all the time. And I am on my way to buy my van. For those of you who have been following me, you know that I will be moving into said van. And so I've been really nervous and stressed out about it for a while, because it's a big change, and also because it's getting cold. And it's, you know, a huge chunk of change goes into this decision, and making this. I'm kind of traumatized from buying a car in the past when it turned out to be a lemon. So I'm just terrified to make this decision. And I don't know, whatever, it's happening. But I'm realizing, like, taking the bus, like, just taking the bus was so stressful, such a stressful change. Living with someone who's constantly, subtly making you insecure so that you're even afraid to leave, like saying things on a regular basis to give you the impression that if you leave the house might get robbed. So it's your job to like stay there, to stay on guard because of all the crazy people in this person's life that might come to rob the house. And the fact that, you know, my father broke into the basement and that whole situation. So it's like all these things, like when I would leave the house and how she asks me like, where are you? Where are you going? Where are you going? Not where are you? Obviously she knew where I was, but where are you going? How long are you going for? Like I'm an adult and I can do what I want, and it's none of her business. But I wanted to, like, if I told her that, it would turn into an argument. So I wanted to avoid being asked the question, so that I didn't have to either answer it and feel like I was being controlled or getting some sort of a guilt trip or whatever. And I didn't want to get into an argument when I told her it's none of her business. So I would just avoid the question by not leaving. So it's like that's the subtle little things that happen over long periods of time to get you to comply with whatever sort of behavior that a narcissist wants you to live by. So if they want to control you, if they want you to feel stuck, if they want you to put you in your little box, your little cage, they'll do this stuff in tiny little increments over long periods of time until you forget, you don't even realize it's happening, and you're keeping yourself captive. When I thought about moving into another Montreal apartment, I wanted to throw up. It felt like being trapped in a cage. I started to realize my whole life I've been trapped in a cage. I started feeling the urge to drive across Canada to the mountains and sleep in my car, and that's when I discovered van life. As scary as it is to get rid of all my stuff and move into a van with my cats, I just knew this is what I had to do. So this is it. I got my van. So just got the van, like officially. I'm so tired. I'm sure you can see it in my face. My face is like poofy and my eyes are just, I'm so tired. I have like not slept well in the past 2 weeks. Ugh. But now I feel like I've just dissolved a huge obstacle. Like I can finally move on with my life. The amount of anxiety that I had yesterday when I went to go see the van was eye-opening. I realized how badly I had been brainwashed to be afraid to live my life, even just to leave the house. Facing that fear and getting on the bus, getting on the metro for the first time in like forever. Not so much the metro, but the bus, the South Shore bus, the bus in the boonies that goes into the city. I hadn't been on that bus in like a decade, and I had so much anxiety, but coming home I was fine. When you get too comfortable and you stop stepping out of your comfort zone and trying new things, you become more afraid to face your fears and to do things that you want to do and to step outside your comfort zone. So facing any little fear that you face, that you break through, makes it easier to do the next one and the next one and the next one. I was afraid to get on the bus. Then I was afraid to buy the van. Now I'm kind of afraid to cut my hair. And with every thing that I do, with every fear that I face, it just gets easier and I feel more and more free.